Hello students, today we are going to start chapter 12 Time is Precious of Moral Science. So students, as we know that time is priceless and precious, as once time passed never returns. So we should adopt the skill of time management. Now let's read the story of a great king who realized the importance of time, clever Rajnath. There was a king Ranjit who ruled over Indraprastha Nagari somewhere south of Maharashtra in the early 17th century. Every day he used to sit in his palace with his courtiers and discussing the problems his kingdom was facing. And they would find solutions to those problems when the court was in session, and the people of the Nagari were welcome to come and meet the king directly. On one day, while the court was in session, a Brahmin came to meet the king. There he spoke to the king and after some time started walking back to the main gate, where King Ranjit's brother Rajnath saw him leaving as he had seen him come in too. So that was not unusual, because many people came to the king every day with their problems and always left satisfied with the solution. But that man seemed to be walking out just the way he had come in, because he was empty handed and looked sad, and he didn't appear to have received anything from the king. So Rajnath called him and asked that why was he going back empty handed? Were he not able to meet the king? He also said that he will take him to the king, and once he will hear his problem, then he'll be able to help that man. At this, Brahmin reacted that it was very kind of Rajnath to offer help, but he had met the great king and he didn't have what he wanted. So, however, he had promised him to get it for him by tomorrow. So the Brahmin will come and meet the king tomorrow again. At this, Rajnath was very surprised, as his elder brother always believed in listening to people's problems and solving them then and there, because he hated to leave things for the next day. King Ranjit was about 20 years older than Rajnath. While Rajnath was growing up, Ranjit had instilled the value of time in him. But now it seemed that the king had forgotten the lesson he had taught his younger brother in a loving way. Rajnath thought for a moment, and he wondered that how he could remind his elder brother that he had forgotten the lesson that was so dear to him. Then Rajnath suddenly smiled and went to the big bell that was hanging near the main gate. He started ringing the bell with all his might. As the bell rang, and its sound rang through the palace and the royal gardens, and as everyone knew that the bell was rung only during emergencies and on very special occasions. So when it was rung, everyone was supposed to stop whatever they were doing and rush to the main gate. And its booming ringing brought a huge crowd of interested viewers to the main gate. After hearing the bell, the king's twins asked the queen that what was the emergency, mother. At this, the queen replied that she had absolutely no idea what that could be about, and they ran towards the gate. The king and the courtiers in the court stopped their discussion and looked at each other in amazement. Then people gathered near the gate and started talking loudly, but Rajnath didn't stop ringing the bell until King Ranjit came up to him and put a hand over his shoulders. Then King Ranjit asked Rajnath, was everything all right? Why was he ringing the bell continuously? And as all had come, so now tell us what had happened. At this, Rajnath stopped ringing the bell and saluted his elder brother, then turned towards everyone who had gathered there and said that he had asked them all to come there today to tell them about a great victory. That was such a great victory that they should spend the entire night rejoicing and celebrating. Rajnath laughed and turned towards his elder brother and said that he didn't even know how great he is, and asked the permission to tell him and everyone present there about that great victory. Then Rajnath roared in his loud voice that his dearest brother, the great King Ranjit, had today conquered the unbeatable death. Then the crowd had started mumbled, what did he mean? Had Rajnath gone mad? Because how was it possible for any mortal to conquer death? On the other hand, someone in the crowd shouted that Rajnath was dreaming, but Rajnath assured them that neither he had any dream nor he had gone mad. Then Rajnath said that he can say that his elder brother had conquered death because today, when a Brahmin came to ask him for a favor, he told the Brahmin to come again tomorrow. His elder brother was sure that he and the Brahmin will both be alive tomorrow. Didn't that not mean that the King Ranjit had conquered death? Wasn't that a wonderful victory? He also added that he wished that all of them could be as sure of their future as King Ranjit. But as soon as the king heard Rajnath, he realized what Rajnath was hinting at. He understood his mistake and admitted that. King Ranjit was also glad that his younger brother had done so. Then the noble king apologized to the Brahmin and asked him to come into the palace. Then he gave him what he wanted and sent him away happy and satisfied. So students, moral of this chapter is that we will never find time for anything. If we want time, we must make it. Thank you.